How about that? You know, most readers turn out to be pretty smart people. Well, I'm not claiming to be the smartest, but as a person who has seen life and seen how things turn out, I got some advice for those about tattoos that you might want to listen to. Please don't turn this off. Listen to the whole thing. It may help you with something. First off, for the record, let me state I am not against tattoos. I've always liked tattoos. I've got some here, something there. I've got something here on my ankle. I'm not against tattoos. But let's talk about this a little bit and leave your comments down below if you agree with me, disagree, or have something you might be able to add to help someone else out. So first off, when I was growing up, tattoos were a taboo. Only certain people got tattoos. They were typically soldiers, Navy, outlaw bikers, juvenile delinquents, certain type people. I was one of those type people. I grew up in a rough neighborhood. All my friends had little tattoos, jailhouse tattoos. Now, jailhouse tattoo does not necessarily mean they got it in jail, okay? Basically, a jailhouse tattoo is just a tattoo where they took a needle and wrapped it with thread and dipped it in black India ink and then poke till they had a tattoo. They're not high quality tattoos, and they become even much lower quality as they age. Except for this one right here, which is a Knights Templar symbol. All of mine are jailhouse tattoos. I started getting tattoos when I was 14 years old. Like I said, I was a juvenile delinquent. I was in trouble all the time. Now, let's fast forward to now. Years and years and years later. I've been turned down for jobs because of my knuckle tattoos. I don't want to say I didn't have guidance when I had my tattoos, even though really I didn't. But I didn't, okay? And I'm not sure I would have listened to it, which is why I'm hoping you do. That you need to be careful where you put them, and if they're going to be visible, where and what they are. I would never get any tattoos on my neck, my face, beneath my elbows. People still judge on this thing. Now, I know you want to live your life the way you want to live. I don't care who judges me. But when it comes to getting a paycheck, it's kind of important to present yourself favorably to the job you're going to. I see young people just covered from hand all the way up to here with tattoos and got neck tattoos. And I feel sorry for them because I'm like, you're never going to get nowhere in life. Never going to get nowhere in life. There are some exceptions. Start your own business, maybe a tattoo business. You might be able to get ahead in life, but you've stacked the odds against you. You've stacked the odds against you. And in life, you need all the odds to be for you. Again, I've seen some nice looking ones, fully sleeved, nice, that I admired, and now I got a fly bothering me. Second thing, be careful what you get if it's a visible one. If it's a, pardon my expression, hell-raising tattoo, marijuana leaf, things like that, you may have some people that would be like, well, I would have hired you, but you're real iffy in my list now. I think I should look somewhere else. And that's what you got to be careful of. Again, I'm not against tattoos. I'm just not. Now, some people say, well, you will regret your tattoos if you get them. Now, me personally, I don't regret any of my tattoos except for what this was. And I had it covered up to become a German Iron Cross, but it was something else before. And over a period of time, that thing embarrassed me. It was stupid. It was a very stupid, hateful symbol. That's the only one I regret it. Now, and they say, well, they'll fade. Hey, when you get old, you fade anyway. I mean, you turn 80, it's going to look terrible. Guess what? When you're 80, you ain't looking too good anyway. So there's that. But just be careful. Be very careful and think about your future. You know, the problem with a lot of people's, and I had the same issue. I look back at my life and I say, man, if I'd only made this decision, if I'd only been a little more sacrificing in this area, if I had done this instead of that, my life, it would have been better. Things would have turned out better, more for my benefit. So I understand the not making the right decisions thing from the heart. I really do. But just listen and think. How's this going to be perceived? I don't become a prisoner to that, but how's this going to be perceived? Is this going to mess up my ability to get a job, a career? I'm 18 years old now. That's the legal age. So I'm just going to go with that. That's the legal age. And I don't plan on becoming a police officer or an insurance agent or whatever, you know. But as you get older, you start doing things you said you would never do for the good. And he's like, man, I wished I hadn't messed up. Well, man, I really screwed that one up. Now, some people say, yeah, but you can have removed. I've never had anything removed. My understanding is very costly, and it leaves scars anyway. So you're looking for a way out before you're in. How about just don't do it? Then you won't have to.